Om Swastiastu. Hello everyone. My name is Nyoman Lisna Asih, NIM 211102119, and this is my friend.
My name is Gede Ariastini, NIM 2111017.
So we are from class 1B and from Balinese Department Education. So in this video, we will to make a video. The title is Debat the traditional of Ngaben to fade due to the technology. So let's get started. Hello everyone, what's up? So I hope you fine and in a good health. So I'm Mrs. Wayan as a guide in today's debat entitled The Tradition of Ngaben to Fade Due to the Technology. So as for the background motion, Bali is the island of the god, the island of 1,000 temples. The island is greatly admired by the wider community from local to foreign. Bali is an island that cannot be separated from its art and culture. Art and culture in Bali is inseparable from the form of gratitude to the universe and its creator. Many cultures and traditions that exist in Balinese society are even still maintained today. One of them is the Ngaben tradition. This tradition has existed from the time of our ancestors, where this tradition is in the form of a cremation ceremony to complete or release the Atma from worldly bond or niskala. However, along with the times and the influence of globalization, tradition and culture in Bali have begun to be influenced by elements of globalization, one of which is technology. Many people use this opportunity to facilitate various jobs and other activities. This development certainly affect the Ngaben tradition. Ngaben mixed with technology, what will happen? Of course, this will have an urgent or important impact on the cremation tradition. So, from that we will discuss the pro and cons of starting to reduce the ceremony tradition or Ngaben tradition due to the influence of technology. So, let's start!
I'm Gede Ariastini as the affirmation team will explain why this is very important to discuss. Ngaben is a tradition from our ancestors that is still practiced today. Ngaben tradition is generally carried out by various groups, from Brahmanas, Kinites to Sudras. This tradition is not a tradition that can be taken lightly because there is a purpose behind this ceremonial tradition. Ngaben is a funeral ceremony performed by Hindus in Bali. Ngaben ceremony is a ritual that is carried out to return the ancestral spirits to their original place. Ngaben in Balinese has a subtle connotation which is often called palabon. Palabon comes from the word lebu, which means pratiwi or land. Palabon means to make pratiwi or as. There are two ways to make the land, namely by burning or ngaben and planting into the ground or matanam. The purpose of the Ngaben ceremony is to spend the raga sarira to that it can return to its origin, namely the Pancha Mahabhuta, in this world and for Atma to quickly go to the Pitral realm. Ngaben is also a form of yajna, namely to Pitara or ancestors. The Hindu community in Bali strongly believes that if the ceremony is carried out, Their debt to their ancestor has been paid off. This belief is still carried out today even though the people in Bali have been influenced by technology and the times that continue to advance. Technology is a tool that can facilitate human activities. With this convenience, many people become dependent on technology. Even today's various community activities must use the help of technology, starting from buying and selling activities, education, government, work, and even religious activities. Now many are using technology. With this development, it's greatly affect the characteristic of the community, namely that people now want to be fast and easy. This is why the Ngaben traditional is also influenced by the nature of the community. The emergency of wild body in society today is one of the impact of the existence of technology. People who are increasingly busy and want to be practical are factors that strongly support this body innovation to emerge and also because of technological support. The impact of this wild bade is the loss of the tradition of ngarap bade among the community. In addition to wild bade, there is also bade that is carried by carry cart, where bade is placed on top of the car and taken to the grave. In addition, most people now choose to cremate their bodies. Basically, cremation is the same as ngaben, but there is nobody to carry the corpse to the grave. The cremation is carried out using a machine-based incendiary device.
I'm Nyoman Lisna Asih from the opposition team. I want to review the opinion of the pro team. Actually, the Ngaben tradition has not faded. That's just the creativity of the people in Bali. It's true, now body is parodied on wheels. But that's not a problem, because the body is actually a means of carrying the body to the grave, not to deliver stolen sarira or human subtle bodies to the room. According to Ida Pedanda Nabi Sri Begawan Agni Yogananda, this is lega, because it is a creation in ceremony. The same thing was also said by Ida Pandita Empu Siwa Buddha Daksa Danwita, according to him, that technology is indeed here to help us, let alone assist in yajna ceremonies. So, the technology that is combined with the inauguration ceremony is very helpful. Moreover, there are those whose graves are far from their homes, so that with the help of wheels or even driving becomes easier. Because of this, it is very efficient, fast, and practical. We know that the death ceremony is sudden. There are those who die now and must be diaben right now because they are chasing a good day. So, it doesn't take a lot of people to parading the body to the grave. Especially now, during the current pandemic, we are not allowed to be a groups or to gather, so that technology is the most helpful. So, the ceremony can still be done without the need for many people. In this day and age, it has also been facilitated by the existence of cremation using a machine. So that is will speed up to burning of corpses and don't waste a lot of time. So I emphasize once again that technology does not change the meaning of the Ngaben tradition but instead help.
I don't agree with the opinion of the opposition team because people are constantly encouraged to use technology to parade the body. The nature of gotong royong or menyambut brayo will also fade because people are lazy to help or attend the ngaben ceremony. If this continues, the tradition of cremation will eventually disappear. We know that tradition arises because of the habits of the community with this, if people are accustomed to using technology in the implementation of the tradition, the authenticity of the tradition will be lost. In the future, there will be no more body because the corpse can be delivered directly by car to the grave or cremation site. If this is true, then the ngaben tradition in Bali will only become history. Then future generation will not know how the cremation is.
I don't agree with the opinion of the pro team. When talking about gotong royong or menyambut braya, it certainly doesn't go away. We know that in the cremation, not only body is brought to the grave, but also the offerings. So, the term menyambut braya will not disappear because people will help each other to prepare offerings. And also, we paraded body, of course, not letting it run itself, but still needs some people to direct it. The will only serve to reduce some people but still needs people. So I reiterate once again that the Ngaben tradition will never be lost and the custom of menyambut brayo or gotong royong is still valid forever. Wow, what a great debate for today! After this debate ends, it can be concluded that the affirmation team strongly agrees without motion this time, namely the fading of the Ngaben tradition due to the influence of technology. Because basically the Ngaben tradition is a tradition that has existed for a long time and is still being maintained until now. But when technology has begun to mix with tradition in Bali, the authenticity of the tradition begins to disappear. Meanwhile, the opposition team strongly opposes the motion because if a tradition is juxtaposed with technology, it is fine and it actually helps and makes it easier, especially nowadays. So, I'm Mrs. Wayan. Thank you for watching this dance debate. So, bye bye!